Ted Cruz,
Okay.
says Dems could discard Biden for Michelle Obama in 2024, which, by the way, this was just a couple days ago, September 23rd. It's not a story of a year ago or something like that. So, some people have alluded to this, saying, you said you were with Roger Stone last night. Roger fully believes Michelle Obama is going to be the one that's going to come in.
Oh.
And he said this to us multiple times. So Texas Senator Ted Cruz has raised the possibility that Democrat kingmakers might opt to replace President Joe Biden for Michelle Obama before 2024. I'm emphasizing Biden's age. Cruz stated on his podcast, Verdict with Cruz, that he views this scenario as a very serious danger. Cruz outlined reasons why Michelle Obama could be an appealing choice for Democrats, including her popularity amongst African-American women. He suggested that she could be parachuted into the 2024 national DNC, scheduled for August 2024, in her hometown of Chicago as a way to avoid a divisive primary, potentially with the assistance of superdelegates.
As a way to avoid a divisive primary. No, as a way to avoid the vetting of candidates. Our candidates should be vetted. The whole process is about vetting a candidate. And so, parachuting in is a really convenient way of not being asked tough questions, of allowing the media to just, go gaga over somebody. I would need, as a voter, and I hope that Democrat voters would want more vetting on where do you stand on the issues. And there's been a lot of corruption from the Obama campaign was very corrupt. And there needs to be some questions asked of that. But the media will never ask tough questions of Obama. You saw the interview that Tucker did, the man who made accusations.
Larry Sinclair.
Yes, many years ago. It was out there. He took a lie detector test. He spoke out about his sexual relationship with Obama.
Mm-hmm. And drug use.
And drug use, yeah. And the media never covered it. They knew about it, and they never covered it. They were told, if you cover this, you will never have an interview with Obama. You will be iced. And the media never covered that. Can you imagine if that came out of credible? They take sources that aren't credible, that are just plain lying. It's really obvious. The facts don't back them up. And with Trump, and they run all kinds of crazy stories. But that never got play. So I don't like the idea of someone parachuting in, but I still don't think it'll work. By the time the election rolls around, the way I see it, the American people are going to be so tired of the Democrat policies. And if they think it's going to be any different under Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama than it is under Biden.
Who do you think is more formidable and more likely?
I kind of think that more formidable, meaning, I don't
More of a chance of winning. Michelle or Newsom has more of a chance of winning. And who's more likely of actually being the one in 2024?
I don't think either of them have a chance of winning. But as far as who would the Democrats pick, I think maybe Newsom.
Over Michelle. Mm-hmm. That's kind of racist, isn't it?
No.
So funny.
I'm not sure. I've never really heard her speak on the issues. So I don't know that, other than, very controlled situation.
Why do you think people are so obsessed with Michelle?
I'm just throwing a dart here at the dartboard.
Michelle has never once indicated that she's going to run. I have friends on both sides of the aisle, friends that are on the left who are like, dude, there's no chance he's running. Why does this still continue to be propagated by even the Ted Cruzes of the world, or
maybe
even
if
the DNC?
It's really bad and they're thinking, oh my gosh, Trump's going to win by such a landslide, they will put Michelle in, because it would be harder, I think, because of this. You just said I'm racist for saying that it might be Newsom.
No, what I'm saying is that's what they would say. They would say.
No, and I'm throwing that out.
He was joking.
No, I know you were joking, but there is that sense of you can't ask tough questions, because if you are a journalist, you might be accused of being racist. So maybe if they're really in dire situation, they might put Michelle.
It'd be Michelle and Kamala.
What? Oh my God! I would 100%.
Interesting.
Yeah, because think about it. It'd be another
female?
Obama. Her
Highly
name,
unlikely.
just the name Obama, and
Obama and Kamala.
Obama and Kamala, and don't forget, bro.
0%
Hold on,
chance, guys.
Michelle Obama speaks in front of arenas. I'm telling you right now, if they just came out and they said, "Hey, but Michelle's running," trust me, bro, she would get the votes. But Carrie, quick question, because we did a really fast Pat. Tucker did have Larry Sinclair. We were thinking about motive, and Pat made a great question of why would Tucker, out of all times, of all people, because he could interview anybody from Elon Musk to whatever, why bring the guy that accused him, mind you, like you said it, signed an affidavit, had to lie detector test twice, that said that all these things happened. Do you think it was a move on Tucker because he hates the establishment so much, Care, that he was like, you know what? Just to let you guys know, I'm having this guy come up just in case Michelle does run. You're going to have to address this, because they were hiding. Michelle left the country, and Barack was MIA. They couldn't even reach these
The
people.
left never asked any questions of them after that.
Is that weird?
Didn't even cover it. They just attacked Tucker.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think it's like a move on Tucker just because Tucker has kind of that power to be like, okay, I just did this because if she does announce,
There's more of this coming.
you're gonna have to talk and address this guy because that guy is not going
Interesting.
anywhere.
Could be. That could
be,
be.
right?
That they're seeing that the Obamas might make a repeat appearance.
Yep. So now you have a little bit of ammunition because as we all know, Tucker is not established.
Well, and the interesting thing this time around is last time they had the media, just as I said, when I went and did the interview with Obama, which I thought was a more tough interview because most people don't ever ask him a question that he wouldn't want. Most people in journalism, the entire press pool was so enamored with Obama. They didn't ask tough questions of him, nothing. And then a year later, when I was there at the Trump White House, it was like everybody was on attack mode. They were on steroid attack mode. It was just the strangest thing.
yeah.
Never ask a tough question of the Obamas, but this time around, that media that media exists. However, there's also the alternative media, and if they think those questions aren't going to be answered this time around, I think they have another thing coming.
Yeah, and I love the comparison. Have you seen the White House press briefings now with Karine Jean-Pierre? It's quiet. Peter Doocy asks one question, she shuts him down, they move on. Donald Trump, when they had like Sarah Huckabee in there, it was a shit show. Sorry for my language. It was insanity. People yelling, Jim Acosta, this person running to the front. It was insane. Now they all know, don't ask crazy questions. It's insane how to see.
Not even crazy, just questions that are going to be pointed and getting to the truth. Because I think Peter Doocy's questions are all legitimate.
100%. 100%. But
I think he does a great job.
He does a great job, Pep. But here's the thing, Carrie. Someone would say, okay, he asked these questions, and then what? Nothing ever happens. Just the other day, he goes, Karine, what do you call 10,000 illegals coming over the border? And she answers with a question, and she says, what do you call the GOP? He goes, no. And she goes, oh, no, you're not answering. I try to answer, and she leaves. And this is what bothers me, Pat. That happens. She doesn't answer the question, Carrie. Not one of these so-called reporters goes, no, hold on a second. I want you to answer that question. What do you call 10,000 people coming here, 13,000 a day? It's an invasion. That's what it is. They're coming to invade us, and nobody holds their foot to the fire. So Peter Doocy, he asks the questions, nothing happens. Zero.
Because the group that controls who goes into the White House, I forget the name of the actual group, they won't let serious journalists in. They only want people who are going to have the same ideology, and they have to let Fox in. And thank God Peter Doocy asked the tough questions, but that's about the only. There's a couple. There's that. I don't remember his name. He's a reporter, but I believe from Africa, and he has tough questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
they kicked him out once. They took his credentials, and then I guess they brought him back in. Oh, yeah, she hated
Simon,
him.
right?
Right,
Yes, Simon. I
Boy,
think
you
they
guys are quick.
Yeah, I think they kicked
Rob
him out.
Lestat.
Rob,
did he get his credentials back? Because I'm pretty sure, Carrie, they kicked him out because he would talk over her and not let her just blow over him. He's like, no, answer the question.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.